Hi there, good morning. I believe it's a bright and beautiful morning there, and I believe you rested well and you are starting a beautiful day. Yes, once again, you are welcome with a dose of inspiration to start your day. And if you have been following us, you realize that we are looking at some things very special, that is adaptability. But before we move on, we just want to thank everyone who has shared this broadcast, everyone who has commented, everyone who is supporting us in one way or the other, even giving feedback. So please, as you wake up this morning and you are listening, or whenever you are listening to this, kindly share this. It is free, it doesn't cost anything. Just click that share option there, and then let your teachers or other professionals in your network benefit from this. Having said that, quickly we want to jump into today's topic because we promised that we are going to be looking at adaptability again, part two. Yesterday we looked at adapting without conforming, separating adapting and from coping and from conforming. We see that adaptability is that skill that you just need if you have growth mindset. Because if you conform or you are just coping, that means you have a fixed mindset. So quickly, we want to look at how to develop adaptability. So it is not enough to just talk about it. You need adaptability, you need this communication skill, you need that skill. How exactly do we develop these skills? So that is one of the things we are going to be doing practically every morning. Beyond adaptability, we will take other skills too and look at practical ways to know if you actually have these skills, and if you don't have, how to develop it. So this morning we're going to be looking at adaptability and how to develop it, how to practically develop it. But before we delve into that, let me tell you the story of an eagle. Of course, we all know this, that when it comes to success, the eagle is always that animal that we want to use as an example. I mean, motivational speakers will always use the eagle, will tell you it can soar. But interesting thing about the eagle is the fact that when the eagle gets to the age of 40, the eagle's feathers start getting heavy. I can imagine it will be difficult for it to soar. The eagle's beak start getting bent inward so that it's no longer sharp to pick the prey. Even the claws, the talon, start getting dull, so it will not be able to pick the prey anymore. In the process of that, eagle's life starts declining, and of course, it has two choices at this point now. One of the two, either to allow his life to decline and it will die of irrelevance and like that, or wants to withdraw and then change his life. And that's exactly what the eagles will do. To survive the remaining years, the eagle will have to withdraw to the mountain top and then shed the feathers, break the claws, remove it, and then even the beak will hit it against the rock. I mean, I can imagine the beak you grew for about 40 years having to use it now against the rock so it can break off. Then for several months, the eagle will remain on the mountain top to grow new feathers, sharper beaks, and then new talons, sharp ones. And once this happens, the eagle will be able to soar higher again and live for at least 30 years. I can imagine having extra 30, like almost doubling the life it has lived before. And that's exactly the life that we live as educators, as professionals. As you are growing, things become comfortable with you, such that you are becoming very irrelevant as times go, because things are changing and your life is probably growing in the opposite direction. You want to withdraw and then check and see how to adapt and see what you can do differently. So, how do you now develop this skill called adaptability so that your life will not be on the decline? We're going to be looking at adaptability from a framework called ADAPT, of course, just for us to remember ADAPT. Okay, so how do we adapt? The first thing you want to do is to accept this reality. Things are changing around you, and you just need to change along positively. So, adapting means what? Accepting. The first A is what? Accept the current reality. You don't want to fight the situation around you. You want to accept that yes, there is a new way of teaching students. I remember so many years ago we had to teach without asking, without defining for the student. We should probe them, and we're like, oh. The student that didn't know anything, how do we probe them? But by the time we started practicing this, we realized that they actually know a whole lot, or probably not in a structured form. So you need to accept the reality around you that you now have a new boss, that there's a new policy, that there is a new type of technology, not Microsoft Word anymore. Artificial intelligence is taking over a whole lot of things. First thing, acceptance. Don't forget, accept the reality. The second one is you now want to decide and develop a positive mindset. So approaching it now is okay. This is the reality. I need to grow. I need to accept it with a positive mindset. There are so many people that learned computer, whatever, science many years ago. If you still want to remain the same way it was, of course, you'll be totally irrelevant now. But what do? You go to those who can teach you, or you go for knowledge, pick books and read. What are the new things that the world is doing differently? So, how do you overcome the challenge? So, create a positive mindset to learn new things. That once you are doing all this, you are already developing adaptability. Remember, we are looking at the practical step now. So accept the changes, develop positive mindset. Secondly, look for resources. Okay, ask. That is the A. Ask for resources or help around you. And somebody has said that it takes strength to ask for help. So develop that strength within you. Be humble enough to say, hey, at this particular point, I am not getting it. I mean, I do not saying that no, I don't think we are getting it anymore. Okay, guy. And the girl sat me down and taught me through the process. And it's getting interesting. I mean, I picked my pen and I was learning under someone who is about I should be more than 10 years younger than far, far more than okay. So we want to just come and ask, be bold enough, be humble enough, be strong enough to ask for help. And then the P, which adapts, and don't forget the P, plan your action. Haven't learned. Don't just remain there. Okay. What steps do you now want to take gradually? You want to start posting videos every day. You want to start going to your boss office to ask proper questions to know how to do it. You want to start practicing that artificial intelligence. You want to go to the classroom and be, I mean, you want to start reading that book again. I mean, just plan your action there. And then the T is what? Take steps. So if you can do these five things, you're already developing adaptability. Don't forget what we said. You are going to accept the situation. You are going to decide or develop positive mindset. You are going to ask for help where you don't know, okay? And then you are going to plan your action. You don't just remain there. You are going to, okay, what steps will I now take? I haven't learned this much. And then you are going to now take practical steps towards changing, towards transforming things around you. Okay, so today you want to write under call to action. Okay, what is that thing that is difficult for me to accept? That particular thing that has come, and you're like, no. I remember when ChatGPT came, I just told my friend that, come, I am not going to join you guys in this one. What is it? Well, you know what? 2, 3 months after, I sat and I checked, oh, this is fantastic. Okay, so what is that particular thing that you think you don't want to accept and it's becoming difficult for you? Write it down, okay? Write it down. Accept that this is the reality, this is the change. Tomorrow, we are going to be looking at different ways of adapting. Also, we are looking at three F's to adaptability. But just calm down, okay, and then ask yourself, how can I lead a transformed life around this reality, such that it will not affect me, and at the same time, I will still grow. Okay, so reflection. Don't forget. You want to reflect and write down that particular thing is difficult for you. That's difficult for you to change to, and then you want to take a step further into changing properly. Let's take our words of affirmation this morning. You're going to say after me, I am like the eagle. I am like the eagle. I am resilient. I am courageous. And I am ready to embrace change. I grow stronger through transformation. I rise to every challenge with grace and determination. Let's take it once again. I am like the eagle. I am resilient. I am courageous. And I am ready to embrace change. I grow stronger through transformation and I rise to every challenge with grace and determination. Please continue saying this to yourself as you enjoy a wonderful day. Tomorrow morning, we are going to be looking at how our disposition towards adaptability, three F's that you just need to know how to handle. Do we need to adapt to everything around us? Don't miss tomorrow's broadcast. You are going to be learning a whole lot of new things too. Thank you very much for joining us. Please don't forget to share and follow us so that you can get notification anytime we come online like this. See you tomorrow morning. Bye. All right, before I go, as I promised, thank you for being a teacher. You are highly celebrated. Bye bye.